Hey guys, it's Miki ASMR here, and today I'm going to be reading a Katsuki Bakugo X-Listener. This one is titled Sweet on the Inside. This is a coffee shop AU, where there is no quirks. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get right on to the video. 1. Appreciation. Hey, excuse me. Your voice caused Midori to turn, and upon making eye contact with you, you asked, "Your pastries and cakes, they're all made fresh, right?" Midoriya eagerly nods and smiles. Our pastrer makes them every morning. Is that so? You thought. The smile on your face makes Midoriya curious, and you responded, I see. Please let them know that their pastries were absolutely divine. Your eyes twinkled with unadulterated adoration, and Midoriya couldn't say no to that request. Not like he was going to anyways. As he made his way to the kitchen, without any hesitation, he softly announced, Hey, Kachan, someone really likes your pastries. Shut up, Deku, Bakugo immediately grumbled. It wasn't his usual explosive response, but of course it wasn't. Despite his demeanor, Bakugo had a reputation to uphold. Of course my pastries are the fucking best. I learned how to make them to satisfy even the pickiest eaters. But the smirk that rised on his features didn't conceal the pride that swells within him at that apparent appreciation. 2. Oblivious. You know, there's this coffee shop that sells really good pastries, you offhandedly commented to your housemate. The latter scoffed as he grumbled, No one's pastries are better than mine. You nodded in agreement, sampling his newest creation, and a new brand of tea that he made. Fucking dog, I'm sorry about that, guys. You looked up from the fluffy dessert as you mentioned. Now that I think of it, it kinda tastes like yours. At this, Bakugo flared to your comment, and he glared at you. You held your hands up in defense as you added, Yours are still the best though, Kachan. After all, they're not too sweet, not too bland, they're just right. Damn right, he grumbles, and then mutters, Blasted coffee shops are fucking everywhere. I think this one's family owned though. It's the one right across the street. If you weren't so entirely enticed by the delicious fragrance of Earl Grey chiffon cake, you wouldn't have missed a look of pure shock on his face. But he quickly brushes it off, and thanks to the gods that you were so oblivious to not recognize his pastries, despite living with him for all these years. But a small part of him was still flabbergasted by the fact that, even after all these years, you still couldn't recognize his pastries. Why the fuck do you think that's the reason? It's because I'm the fucking pastry. Number 3, tea time. No, she looks familiar. Midoriya mumbled, and Todoroki shrugged. Probably just another regular. No, this is her second visit, Midoriya immediately answered, then muttered, I think I've seen her somewhere else before, but I can't... Oi, Deku, take these out to table 17. Bakugo grumbled as he looked out from the doorway connecting the kitchen to the bar area. Midoriya and Todoroki glanced at the cake, and the latter commented, This isn't on the menu. No shit, Bakugo scoffed and then turned around and grumbled. Just give it to them. Midoriya handed it to Todoroki, and Bakugo quickly added, Tell them it was a thank you for their compliment on the last visit. He disappeared into the kitchen, and Midoriya's eyes widened. Kachan knew that it was that girl? How? But he says nothing as Todoroki approaches your table. With grace and skill, the dual-haired male gently placed the chiffon cake neatly on your table. You watch with increasing interest in the small detailed movements of how he had set the cake so neatly and arranged it with the napkins and utensils, that it almost didn't hit you that you didn't order it. I didn't order this, you whispered softly. He gives you a polite smile and answered, Every Tuesday we have a tea time special between 4 and 6 p.m. This is on the house for all staying customers. Ah, he smiled gently and mumbled, Thank you. Of course, he responds. He made his way back to the bar and asked, Midoriya, is there a problem? I really do think I know her. Deku, stop muttering, shut up, and just plate these damn desserts already. Bakugo ordered from the kitchen. The blonde-haired male didn't want anyone to know. Heck, he'd do everything in his power just to prevent everyone else from noticing. But God's forbid you from not noticing. It's been too many fucking years. Hurry up. Number 4, speciality. Kachan, he cooed from the couch as he got home. He grunts out a response, but drops the stuff at the edge of the couch before flopping onto the other side. You barely moved your feet in time before he dropped onto before dropping them onto his lap. His glare does nothing to make you move them off. He looks so tired today. You duly noted that his more haggard appearance, and then sat up. He furrowed his brows at your close proximity, but does nothing but stare back at your warm hues. It was times like this where he could blatantly stare at you and you wouldn't notice a single thing, because damn, if there was anyone as dumb as a brick, it had to be you. But she's not actually stupid. She's just stupid when it comes to love, he thought. He rolls his eyes and scoffs before looking away. If he had lost himself any more in those bright orbs of yours, he would have gone insane. Or maybe you were not that tired at all, and you still have, or maybe you're not tired at all, and you still have the energy to scoff at me, you muttered to yourself. His gaze returns to you. It's not as hard as before, and he definitely as not hard and antagonizing as you were when you were kids. But then again, his gaze for you was always different. You were about to recline back onto the couch, but the smell of sweets that lingered on his clothing made you lean forward. First name, what the fuck are you doing? Sniffing me? Are you a dog now? He growled as he pushed your head away, placing his palm onto your forehead. You grumbled and whined. You smell like cookies and cakes, Kachan. Did you go to a bakery without me? Fuck no, what are you even talking about? He growled and then shoved you back into the couch. You weakly glared at him from the couch and then asked, did you bring anything back? No. Wow, rude. You rolled your eyes and then sat back up, this time using his thighs as a leverage to pull you up. His eyes widened slightly at the close intimacy, and then you asked, hey, make me that cake again. His red eyes burned with defiance, and then you added, it's your specialty, right? Come on, indulge your childhood friend a little. He wanted to say no, but he couldn't. There was a reason, not one the reason why he wasn't working at the goddamn coffee shop. Not when the reason why he was even working at the goddamn coffee shop was to make desserts, was because of you. He pushed you away and muttered, go help me set up. A bright smile radiated on your face, and it was brighter than any firework that could have ever been created. This swell of pride, knowing that it was only caused because of him, made his already soft spot for you grow even softer. 5. Dense. Your coworker sat across from you and asked, last name senpai, really order all of these on your own? She pointed to the empty plates and slowly began to pile up as you shook your head. No, it was on the house apparently. Her eyes widened as she asked, really? Now? Yeah, some tea time special on Tuesdays, you idly responded before clacking away on your laptop. The sound of keyboard keys signifying your progress to you. And you sighed before asking, why are you here though? Boyfriend works here. She laughed and she nodded her head in the direction of the cheerful redhead. And you mumbled, I see. You should really get one. Or is it because you're still living with that childhood friend of yours in that shared apartment? Oh, shush. Kachan and I get along great, which is why I can actually survive living with him for all these years. Plus, he never really sleeps in or whatever, so I end up waking up when he does. You finally shook your head in the light in your dull eyes, and you muttered, him and his ridiculous screaming and cursing at bacteria to die in the morning is a wonderful alarm. Is that so? Your coworker laughed, and then got out of her seat and said, I'll see you later. Adri's off of work, so I gotta go now. Yeah, bye. You waved as you propped your elbow up on your hands. A boyfriend, huh? I've been so busy with work and life, I kind of forgot about it. Your mind flickers to Bakugo and you mumbled, not like I can get a boy with that guy around anyways. Ah, but you stop your thoughts and stare at the Earl Grey chiffon cake that sat neatly before you. For some reason, the idea of being with Katsuki for the rest of my life doesn't sound that bad. Unknown to you, Midori had overheard most of your conversation and couldn't help but walk towards the kitchen and ask, Kachan, do you know last name son? His muscles, he watched the muscles of his childhood best friend's arms twitch slightly and flinch upon asking the question, seeing the glare and anger emitting from the ash blonde's eyes. But to his surprise, Bakugo doesn't lash out. Instead, his gaze softens as he turns to the new cake he was working on. Midoriya let out a small sigh, a fond smile on his face as he waves off his comment. Forget I said anything. As soon as Midoriya leaves, Bakugo sighs and grumbles. Why the fuck do I like that idiot anyways? Instead of glancing down at the cake, after he was finished plating it, he walked out in the kitchen and holding it proudly, ignoring his co-workers. Kachan? Midoriya called out, but the ash blonde male ignores him and walks up to your table and sets it down. He barely registered the presence prior to him sitting it down, but as you turn to thank him, your brain momentarily shuts off as you sputtered, Katsuki? What's with the damn reaction? He grumbled. He stuffed his hands into his pockets and looked down, and he looked at his outfit before looking at the cake. Then suddenly it hits you, the reasons why the pastries were so palatable to your taste was because they were his. Oh my god, you mutter, and look at the cake and look back at him as he scowled. Why are you so fucking dense? Oh yes, I'm totally supposed to know that my best friend is working at the coffee shop. You told me you hated baking. You retorted, and then regretted how loud you were. Bakugo realized it as well, and then sat down before the two of you sat in silence and muttered, I only baked because it's you, dumbass. 6. Stupid. Bakugo woke up tired, and also woke up slightly confused because he doesn't remember the mornings being this damn hot. But he tries to sit up, and the weight of you on his chest makes him realize that it wasn't the heat from the sun, but rather you. He groans, and instead of pushing you off, he rolls you over until he's facing you and pulls you flush against him. Maybe too hard, because he hears whining from you and mumbled a good morning against him before snuggling against him. Again. It's hot. Get off. No, you whined and then muttered. Why did I agree to date you? Because you're a dumbass who was crying over me. My dumbass was not crying over you. You rolled your eyes and then pushed away enough to look at him. Your hands gently cupped his cheeks, and then you mumbled a thanks. First name, why the fuck? You cut him off with a small peck to his lips, as your lips ghosted his when you finished. For being so sweet to me. God damn it, first name. He looked away. You giggled. Despite his off-putting demeanor, he was much sweeter on the inside. Stop, that's so cute. I love him. I kind of messed up a lot during this. I kind of forgot what time it was, and then I realized it was 4 and I hadn't got a video out, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I thought it was really cute. I'm trying to find a good Kenma listener because I know a lot of people wanted Kenma, so I'll probably post a Kenma one today as well. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you subscribe and tap the notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a video, and also like the video because that is something for the YouTube algorithm, and comment down below some other characters you want me to read, and I will definitely do it for you guys. And without further ado, I'm so glad you guys are here. If you were here by the end of the video, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.